Hey, what's up? This is Ryan Hoover with Fit to Fight, and this is your Fit to Fight fix. Okay, so I had a question this week about why Omoplata is in our Fit to Fight defensive options curriculum. And it was a good question because it does seem kind of out of place. But if we look at our curriculum as a progression, there's a level on the ground where we're showing some control type positions, typically seen as submissions, and they can be submissions, but control type positions like kimuras, chicken wings. And then the next level puts us in dealing with knife. And so Omoplata is here as a control type position, a finishing type position for dealing with knife on the ground. It's an option, it's not the option, it just depends on where the fight goes. And I'm not necessarily looking for Omoplata, I'm looking to improve my position, get away from the blade and get back to my feet. So if we look at it in that context where I've been knocked down, I've been taken down, and understand this is the context is very small, it's very narrow, that we don't have any illusions about that. I'm on my back, she's in my guard, she's got a knife. I mean, this is really, really horrible. It's gonna be tough to find a worse place to be. I mean, I guess it could be belly down and that would be worse, but if you end up belly down, face down on the ground, another person has a knife and they're on top of you, if you weren't good enough to escape that, you're probably not gonna be good enough to avoid it. You're probably not gonna be good enough to escape it. So if we're here, it could be threat, it could be stabbing, it could be whatever. What I know is I can't allow her to keep her posture, especially if I don't have the ability to shrimp and just go offensive. I might do that if I have the space and she's postured up for a moment in time. Maybe we just hit the ground, boom, and she goes to posture up, and I can just shrimp, kick, get up. That might be what I do, but we want to have some options. So if I'm operating from a closed guard because I don't have, in this moment, the ability to shrimp away, I can't make space, maybe there's something behind me, I'm up against a car or a curb, or I'm on gravel, or whatever it is. And so I close my guard because I want to be able to control her posture. If I allow her shoulders to stay over her hips, it's going to be very difficult for me to defend, forget the knife, to defend much of anything. She starts just punching me from here and I allow her to keep that base, I'm going to get punched a lot. So I'm closing my guard, and as she goes to make that stab, I'm pulling my knees to my chest and I'm covering in some way, okay? From here, yes, could I go here? Of course. Could I go here? Yes. I like those options, but they keep me on my back and they keep me on the ground. So I'm not saying don't do them, they're in the curriculum, but if I want to look at an option that allows me to improve my position and get back to my feet, I do the same thing here, and now as I start to shrimp my hips and separate her head, I bring this foot over. I'm gonna stomp this foot to the floor, and for self-defense, maybe I get here, maybe I cross face her, but I don't need any of that. What I'm going to do is stand up. So as I stomp that foot to the floor, as I get to here, boom, and I kick this foot over and I stomp it to the ground, I'm going to stand up. And everybody should be able to see what's going to happen to her shoulder when I do that. I'm just going to get up from here. If she rolls, who cares? I don't care. I'm not trying to stop her from rolling. In real time, she's not going to be able to roll though. I'm going to go from here to be loose, boom, here. And her shoulder and arm are going to be with me, okay? Again, there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with this. They're great options, I like both of them. And it's not that those are the only two, but they keep me on my back in a weapons-based environment where there may be other things going on around me that I have to be concerned with as well. So, yeah, both of my hands are tied up. I go to here, if I carry higher force, guess what? My hands are free. I can grab, I can cross face, I can hit her, I can bounce her head off the floor, I can stand up, I can go to my gun, I can go to my knife. So, I appreciate the question because I do see how it can seem out of place, but if we put it into a context like this, and it doesn't necessarily have to be knife, it could even be gun retention. If I'm in the same place and Amber grabs my pistol on this side, yes, can I do all these same things we just talked about? Absolutely. But I can also go here and I can keep my gun and improve my position. Okay? Stand up. So, understanding the whys of certain moves and movements is really important. It's not just, hey, Omoplata looks cool, let's take that and plug it in. There are real world reasons to have what seems like a very sporty kind of movement in the curriculum. So, hope that helped. Hope you enjoyed that fix, and welcome to the Fit to Fight Republic.